I'm going to try to hold it together.
Take your time, Mom.
Every time I think I'm going to hold it together, when I open my mouth, I lose it.
We're here for you.
I talked to my daughter. My youngest daughter is 19, and she's a student at UCR, and she's working there this summer. And I called her before I came here, and I said, "You'd be proud of me. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go." And I told her about the event that was going on, and she said, "Goes, look at you being all social." And I told her, and we were just talking about this because she was saying that she called me up a couple days ago, just crying, and her heart was breaking over her brother, and she had dreamed about him. And they were talking, and she said, and then I woke up, Mom, and I realized he's not here. And she said that it's hard to talk about it to people because someone said earlier about the proverb, if you haven't lost a brother, you don't know what it's like. And she said people, they feel bad for you, and they say they're sorry, but they don't get it. And I told her, I said, one of the major reasons that I was coming here, even though I only knew a couple people, is because sometimes you need to be around people that have that same hole in their heart. Because you don't have to say anything. They get it. I know, I just want to, if you would indulge me, I want to tell you a little bit about my son.
Please.
We were just talking about it. He has a cousin in Chicago. And he was going through a lot of anxiety. He spent everywhere Phillip went, everybody liked him. Everybody loved him. So my cousin, he's a big guy. Everybody's teasing me about how big he is. And he said, Phil never did that. And he said that when he was spending time in Chicago, he told his mom, he said, Mom, Phil was teaching me how to work out to make it to football. He said, Phil did 300 push-ups. And he goes, I only did 25, and he didn't criticize me. He said, that's okay, DJ, you'll get there. And then he told his mom the other day, Mom, I just whispered to Phil, I made it to 100. You know, and he was like that. He encouraged people, you know, and when we had services for him, person after person kept getting up and talking about how he encouraged them and what they wanted to do. And he was a young father. My granddaughter just turned 3.
Wow.
And when I'm out with her, and I was talking earlier with someone, and they were saying when you talk to kids, you be careful what you ask them because they tell you the truth. Whenever anybody asks about her mom and dad, this little 3-year-old goes, Mommy's crying. Daddy got shot. Daddy's in heaven.
Hallelujah.
And it just breaks my heart every time she says that, and people don't want to really hear that. But they asked. You know, and that's a reality for her. I don't even know if she understands it. When they shot Phil down, she was in the car in the driveway, just a house down from it. I don't even know if she saw it. She was 2.5 years old, and you shot him down in front of his daughter. It's just, you know, people come to you and they say things like, somebody was saying, oh, but the police officer is devastated. Yeah, but he went home and hugged his son.
Right.
So I've got to earn in my closet that I can't hug.
Say that.
You know, I won't hear, Mom, I love you. I won't hear, you know, Happy Mother's Day. I won't hear any of that ever again. I've got a message that he left for me, my voicemail, and I play it over and over again just to hear his voice.
That's right.
And it's just when they took this life, I don't even think they saw a person. I think they just saw a target.
Yes.
And they just shot, they don't think they shot him down, they think they shot it down.
Yes.
And the policeman lied to me on that night. They said, because they wouldn't let me see him, and the doctor kept saying, you wouldn't recognize him. He's not what you remember. And the policeman told to me, he said, oh, we'll let you see him if you come down to the station. And I went down there and they interrogated me like I had done something, asking me was he on drugs and all this.
Trying to fight their case.
And now that I think back on it, I just wish I had had my wits about me. I would not have done I would not have let him take my phone. There was nothing on it. But it's just that I feel like they just made a fool out of me. because I was just so full of grief. And as my daughter and I cried on the phone, I told her I tried to remember all the good things about how he encouraged people and how people loved him no matter where he went. People loved him. And I know that a lot of people feel that, some people that call themselves my friends feel like the police were, well, they were just doing their jobs. And people will say, well, it's not possible for you to expect them to shoot him in his arm if he's a moving target. What? All these things that people have told me, I don't know if they were trying to comfort me, or I have no idea why they were telling me this, but I've stopped listening.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so glad that I was able to come here with people, like I said, that have that same hole in their heart, and they know. We don't even have to talk about it. You know, you just walk up and tell me your child's name, your brother's name, and we know. And it's just, it hurts. And I try to tell people, I don't want anybody else to ever experience that kind of pain. The insurance company calls me because they didn't want to pay. And I told them I was his mother. And they started explaining to me all the details. I didn't want to hear that. It's like nobody cares that it hurts. I lost my child. I don't care about whether or not you want to pay. This is not something you need to talk to me about. I don't want to hear all the details about what went on and where he was shot. And because of them, I know some details that I wasn't even, I have been avoiding knowing. And even though I wasn't there, I didn't witness it. They shot him like he had a machine gun. And he had a pocket knife that wasn't even a legal weapon. And 3 policemen emptied their clips. We saw them that night before picking up shells. I can't even comprehend the hate you must have to shoot somebody like that.
Say that.
Right.
I mean, according to the insurance company, half his face was gone. That's why that doctor told me, you don't want to see him. I don't understand how you can say that's your job. That wasn't your job, that was your choice.
Thank you very much.